Yo. Let me see what's going on. Let me see what's going on. We live? We definitely live. What's going on? What's going on? This Marcus Rosa, aka Mazuma TV, back at y'all with some more boxing talk, man. I hope everybody's having a blessed, beautiful, positive, productive night. I hope y'all had a great day overall, man. We got some things that we currently need to discuss that's going on in the boxing world. We're going to talk about Devin Haney, Teofimo Lopez's, Ryan Garcia, and Rolly Romero's press conference and my exact reaction to that. And Oscar De La Hoya and Bill Haney looking like they getting into a little bit of a situation. You feel what I'm saying? What's going on? What's going on? I had a live up initially, but for some reason, it ain't letting me go live on my laptop now. So, typical YouTube bullshit, man. They limited monetization on videos for no reason at all. Not even a single curse word on there. I'm having to manually review it. They still limited my monetization. It's ridiculous, bro. I see why a lot of people starting to go to Patreon and shit like that, man. YouTube is out of fucking control, man. But it is what it is. Um, I did see the comments on it though. Coffee play Pedro was talking about he wanted to box me and shit. That's funny. Yeah, I mean that's definitely funny. I don't know what's up with dude. Yeah, I mean the motherfucker barely speak English, but somehow, some way, he know enough English to, call me out to spar somehow. Very, very funny. Kind of fishy to me, honestly, but it is what it is. He a little weirdo. You gotta forgive him. He don't know no better. You feel me? I don't even let that shit bother me. You feel me? Agent 86, what up, Marissa? What's going on, Marissa? Yeah, that press conference was crazy. We gonna talk about it. Shout out to the boy Agent 86, one of the members of the channel, man. Salute, salute, salute. Wild press conference, man. Motherfucker Teofimo Lopez dressed over there like Mucha Lucha and shit. This nigga looked like a bisexual Rey Mysterio up on that stage. Yeah, I mean, I don't know what's up with him, bro. T.O. just do whatever to get some attention, bro. Textbook definition of a clown. Uh, Oscar really said, "How about me and you fight on the cart?" To Bill Haney. Yeah, it's to me, bro. I think a lot of people overreacting to it. I think they think that Oscar De La Hoya is serious. I don't think Oscar De La Hoya is serious at all. I think the nigga was just having a little bit of fun and just adding to like the excitement of the press conference. You feel me? When Oscar De La Hoya got up, it looks scripted, bro. I ain't gonna lie, but that's just him being a promoter. Promoting the fight. When you ever know Oscar De La Hoya to pop off at press conferences and swing on people and try to fight, bro? We ain't never see that. We seen people getting Oscar face. All types of shit. Disrespect them. I seen Ricardo Mayorga disrespect them at press conferences. Floyd disrespect them at press conferences, and he ain't ever do a thing. But now that he all old and coked out, all of a sudden he want to swing on Bill Haney. I don't buy it, man. I think that was like some WWE, World Wrestling Entertainment shit. You feel what I'm saying? That's all I looked at it like. But it was funny. It was funny to watch, and Bill Haney got up too and shit like that. I mean, real exciting little drama. You feel me? He kind of looked like Nacho Libre. That's exactly what he was trying to do. He was in his Mexican bag. Teofimo Lopez been eating a whole lot of Mexican cock lately. So, whether he was praising Canelo and Chepo and Eddie Reynoso and cause he ain't got no home. You feel me? Like he can't rep Honduras all like that. You know what I'm saying? Because they don't really back boxing all like that. He can't show the Puerto Ricans love because the Puerto Ricans don't fuck with him no more. He can't fuck with the black people no more because he said a lot of racist shit towards them. So what I mean? He eating a whole bunch of Mexican cock today. You feel me? Not a surprise at all. Rhea, I'm not your baby, bro. I will beat your ass. Lo says Teofimo stole that show. New York Rider with Tio after he sparks Barbosa Hitchens next in Subrel and Alberto winner. Lo, you the only nigga from New York that's backing Tio to keep it 1,000, which you like. Niggas was clowning Tio in the crowd. I don't know if you was hearing it or what. You're mistaken support with, you know, people clowning him. Don't get it confused, my brother. But yeah, Oscar De La Hoya, that was some WWE shit. He ain't swinging on nobody. You know what I mean, Oscar ain't even cut like that. Now, if that was like a who known to swing on people, now if that was like a Derek Chisora or some shit like that, or you know, a Mayorga, you know what I mean, he might be serious. He might be really trying to get at Bill. I would believe Bernard Hopkins to try to approach Bill before Oscar do. Oscar, you know what I mean, he a dog in that ring. Let's not get it fucked up. He an all time great, all that good shit, but yeah, I mean, he ain't swinging on nobody at no press conference. Derek Dames done froze up. Next gen, we gonna talk about it. We gonna talk about it. Now, I mean, we 6 minutes in. Let's go ahead and talk about it. Yeah, Marco Antonio Barrera, he will pop off. Eric Morales, he will pop off. Chavez, he will pop off. De La Hoya, not really like that, man. But anyways, let's get into the press conference, man. First of all, great press conference, great way to end a final press conference. Everybody was talking their shit. Seemed like everybody was energetic, excited. You know what I mean? Like I said, even got the promoters involved in the drama and shit like that. Bill Haney being a promoter, Oscar De La Hoya being a promoter. It was dope to see them, had that little exchange. Bill Haney be popping his shit at anybody, no fear at all. Always there to defend his son. The people hate that. But, one thing we can't deny is that Bill definitely adds to every promotion that involves his son. So I applaud him for that. Anything that pushes the sport of boxing forward, I'm here for it. Teofimo Lopez came out with that chrome mask on some Rey Mysterio type shit. I thought that was pretty entertaining, all jokes aside. You know what I mean? I know I'll be heavy on the criticism with Tio, but he did a good job. He did a good job promoting. He was popping his shit. He was on the microphone, and you could tell he was really attempting to like engage the fans and shit, and that he was really there for the fans. He seems excited. I think Teofimo is feeling relieved at this point. He's starting to see an upside of his career because one of the biggest criticisms that Teofimo Lopez has had about his own career is that he doesn't get paid enough, that he's not getting like the attention that he should. And although he is the opening event on this card, it's a fantastic card, bro. They fighting in the middle of Times Square. You feel what I mean? And it's gonna get a lot of attention. It's gonna get a lot of exposure. And Teofimo Lopez is looking to steal the show because he understands that if he puts on the best performance that night, his stock will shoot through the roof. And considering he got Turkey Ellis Sheik wanting to work with him now, it'll give him the career high paydays that he's looking for. So he headed to the promotion real well. Kudos to Teofimo Lopez for being consistent with his promotion throughout the entirety of the buildup. You feel what I'm saying? Because guys like Rolly, who's known for promoting, he's been pretty quiet. Ryan's been pretty quiet. Devin been pretty quiet. You know what I mean? The only ones that seem like they really popping their shit, Jose Ramirez quiet. The only ones that seem to be popping their shit is Tio and Barbosa. You feel what I'm saying? So shout out to them for carrying the promotion on their part. But it seemed like everybody came together today, man. Devin Haney, he was talking his talk, said he gonna dust off. Pause. He gonna dust off Jose Ramirez. I heard Jose Ramirez. Jose Ramirez a little sneaky motherfucker though, cause he playing like he humble, but in Spanish he was popping his shit, saying that he's gonna knock out Devin Haney and all that. And then when he tried to translate it to English, he said, "I will beat Devin Haney." It was like, all right, you saying you talking a lot more crazier in Spanish than English. I wonder if you're doing that because you understand that the Haneys don't know Spanish. So I don't know, but regardless, I peeped that. Tio, he wasn't really talking too much to Barbosa. It just seemed like he was more engaged with the crowd for real. Barbosa, he didn't really say too much, but Tio Sr. ended up grabbing the mic. He's just infatuated with the spotlight. You know what I'm saying? He's just infatuated with the spotlight. So, Tio Sr. cokehead ass had to say something. Um, Devin Haney and Ryan Garcia had their little back and forth. Ryan Garcia, you would have thought that, he was all calm during this press and that, he was blaming their erratic behavior on alcohol and stuff like that. But, he showed that that's really who he is. He snapped out, he was cursing and getting back in like his schizophrenic bag and shit like that. And my favorite part, I don't know about y'all, but my favorite part, Ryan was definitely talking crazy. But that's just what he do, bro. Like he a little weirdo. You know what I'm saying? So, but the crowd was loving it, bro. Like they love Ryan Garcia, bro. Oh my god, I'm like, bro. It's like y'all really like these fans nowadays, bro. They're such followers, bro. Like it really don't take much to manipulate a boxing fan, to be honest with you. Um, like y'all know what Ryan Garcia did. Y'all know that he cheated. Y'all know that he came in overweight. Y'all knew he was using uh uh marijuana and illegal IVs and drinking and partying. And y'all cheering him on as if he's the good guy and y'all booing Dev like he the bad guy. When all Dev do is give y'all the best fights that he can and put and attempt to make history. Like, that's the nigga y'all booing. But when I say this, I'm a Devin Haney fanboy. When I'm just bringing the reality to the light, that's a problem. Like that's a problem, bro. Like y'all cheering the bad guy and Ryan Garcia. He's clearly the bad guy. But because y'all so infatuated with this motherfucker's looks, y'all willing to see past the bad shit because y'all homosexual tendencies are more interested in how the way the man looks. My girl asked if Ryan was gay earlier. I said, man, I don't know. I know he got kids. I know he done been married a couple times. She was like, oh, with that Botox he got on, I think he gay. I said, oh, shit. You know more than I do, but I wouldn't be shocked. You know what I mean? They had Ryan Garcia dressing like posing in his drawers when he was a kid. So they probably was playing with Ryan Booty on the low. You feel me? I don't know, like that shit. You know what I mean? I think he done been exposed to some shit. You know what I mean? Then he say that somebody did something to him when he was little, and they took him to Bohemian Grove or something like that. And he seen bad things happen to kids, and it ain't too far fetched, is what I'm saying. The dude crazy. Ryan definitely a blade. And if my girl look at Ryan and she peeped that he a blade, girls' gaydars be kind of accurate. So he probably is a little funny. Him and De La Hoya. Yeah, I mean, and listen, Bill Haney don't want no smoke with De La Hoya. I don't even know why Bill Haney, and I ain't running the De La Hoya defense. Just let me cook up a little bit. Um, Bill a street nigga, right? Cool. Oscar not. But Oscar a fighting motherfucker, right? A fighting motherfucker. Uh, what? Roy 1400. That's sad that you most likely a black man and you over there on that Mexican man dick. That's crazy that y'all willing to look past the man testing positive for drugs, for performance enhancement drugs, because y'all hate that black man so much. You want you go reconnect with your father or something, because you might be lacking that you know what I mean, that masculine presence in your life. He beat his ass, don't matter. You see what I'm saying? Y'all weirdos, cuz. Y'all real life weirdos. Y'all don't stand for the sport of boxing. Y'all don't need to be here, bro. You don't need to be here. How the fuck is we biased, bro? You supporting a drug cheat and we biased? You're a clown. You're a goofy. Anybody that stands for the dysfunction of the sport of boxing don't need to be here. Go ahead and pack that nigga up. Yo, M12, you ain't even let me finish cooking up. Y'all ain't even let me finish cooking up. That's what's crazy. He said Oscar will whoop Bill's ass at high heels and lingerie. Bill's shit is irrelevant. You ain't even let me finish what I was going to say. So before you hop on De La Hoya dick, let me finish what I got to say. So what I was going to say was Bill the street nigga, right? He not accustomed to that fighting shit. Oscar's a fighting motherfucker. So on that stage, that street shit not going to play a factor if Oscar was to pop off and try, put some hands on uh Bill. And I'm gonna say this too. Bill don't stand a motherfucking chance at all. Not because Oscar De La Hoya is a former fighter, former world champion, all-time great boxer, but because anybody that is courageous enough to put something up their booty and willing to go through the pain and putting something in their booty, to find pleasure in the pain of something being put up your booty, that's a dangerous nigga. That's a dangerous nigga, and he don't fear anything. You feel what I'm saying? So that's not a nigga that you really want to go crazy for crazy with. You feel me? Like that's a courageous motherfucker, bro. Like that nigga is tough as nails. That's not something you. That's not a nigga you want to get into it with. Gay niggas is the toughest niggas on the planet. Gay niggas are the toughest niggas on this planet. For a nigga to be that tough, to willingly put shit up their ass and enjoy it, are savages. And you gotta keep them type niggas away from me. They said that they stuck a porn star came out and said that she stuck a bottle up Oscar De La Hoya ass, and they lost the bottle cap in this nigga booty. Now that bottle cap was probably never found. So that just lets you know how trained Oscar Booty was to take them type of objects. That's not a nigga you want to fight. That's not a nigga that you want to fight. I'm a wild dude. I'm a wild dude. Bro, that shit on the internet. Y'all can go ahead and look at that. I ain't look for that. That shit found me. I'm crazy. She said he was fishing for it and she couldn't find the bottle cap. So that let me know that this nigga's shit like he done been through that. This nigga's a vet. Like he a vet. Like if that's the case, like that mean that he did that many times. That is an actual story on Oscar De La Hoya. I put that on my son's life. But anyways, Bill, you don't want them problems, bro. But in reality, that was just some WWE shit. Oscar ain't about to be swinging on nobody. Bill sue niggas. There ain't no reason why you should be swinging on Bill at no press conference. He gonna break your pockets, cuz don't even do that. You feel me? Like, don't even do that. Like, you a wild boy. But anyways, entertaining press conference. I enjoyed it. You know what I mean? I wish Rolly would have said a little more. That probably would have made it a bit more exciting, but it is what it is. It was to entertaining overall. But I'm gonna tell you what my favorite M12 said. Oscar in his prime would dismantle both Devin and Bill the same night wearing fishnet. That's hilarious. That's hilarious. But I was telling my homies earlier. I was like, bro, have y'all ever watched Prime Oscar De La Hoya? And they was like, no. I'm like, what? Y'all need to watch Prime Oscar De La Hoya, bro. Like y'all just be seeing him as a promoter. Y'all, that was a shitty sharp motherfucker, bro. He was a dog. Oscar body adjusted to having a foreign object excited, bro. That's what I'm saying. You feel me? Like people be sleeping on Oscar because he got a history with drugs and been in and out of rehab and fishnets and lingerie and high heels. Bro, that man will beat your ass if you don't know what you're doing. Right now. Fuck Prime De La Hoya right now. Run up on De La Hoya right now where he ain't got no choice but to fight. And you gonna see what type time he on. That dude is an all-time great. Six division world champion. Only person that led him more. There's two people who got more divisions than De La Hoya. It's Amanda Serrano and Manny Pacquiao. That's it. GOAT. You feel me? But anyways, my favorite part of the press conference was when they got the Derrick James. Now, me personally, like if I was a part of that press conference, we got 39 people in the building and only got 8 likes. This is absolutely ridiculous, yo. Get the likes up, man. Like how y'all be watching and y'all don't be supporting. That shit is crazy to me. That's crazy to me. Let's come on, bro. We gotta get on time and this shit is ridiculous. But anyways, Derrick James is on that stage. I'm looking at Derrick James during the press conference, bro, because I just watched it about an hour ago. I'm like, yo, like, this motherfucker Derrick James ain't got no shame. This was prior to Bill Haney addressing Derrick James, right? Like, yo, he really got no shame. Like, he up there, like, just so cool being next to Ryan Garcia. Ryan Garcia done disrespected this man, done told him the hatred towards him. This man done left him, then came back to him because the trainer didn't want. Bro, like how? This is the equivalent of your girl. This is the equivalent of your bitch leaving you. This is the equivalent of your bitch leaving you. She get back with her ex. The ex be like, oh no, never mind. Like, we ain't doing this. Now she come back crawling to you. That's exactly what Derrick James experienced, just from a trainer's perspective in boxing. You was training him, pause. You know what I mean? Y'all working. He go get a big fight against Rolly Romero after you rocked with him during that whole year suspension. You rock with him for that whole year suspension. You rock with him through the races, rants, and all types of shit. And he leaves you because he feels like Eddie Reynoso, Canelo Alvarez, and them are better than you. Eddie Reynoso and them like, nah, never mind. You know what I mean? I ain't going to have time to focus on you. You know what I mean? I'm not going to be able to be at your fights because we fight the day after you. So, you know what I mean? I'm not going to be able to train you for this camp. Sorry. And Ryan's like, man, I was going to leave you, but, Canelo and them didn't want me no more. Can we train? I would have told Ryan, man, eat a dick. First of all, I would have straight kicked him out as soon as he talk that crazy shit. First of all, I'd have left him as soon as he tests positive for PEDs. I'm not about to be associated with that or have anybody, insinuating or alluding to me having my fighters on PEDs. That's not going to happen. I don't give a fuck how much we making. My reputation worth more than all this shit. You feel me? But Derrick James really just took this nigga back. That just lets you know that Derrick James is more concerned about the checks more than he cares about anything. That man is about his money before he's a black man. Before anything, you should be who you are. A black man, a white man, whatever the case is. Your morals should come before the check, bro. Because not all money is good money. Have you seen how Derrick James' reputation has went down the drain since getting back with Ryan Garcia? It's apparent, bro. It's obvious. And let me see. A trainer like Nacho Beristain would tell Ryan to fuck off for real. That's a fact. Derek lost Spence. You think he finna let Garcia go? Listen, man. Derrick James got hella accolades, cuz. That man done had one undisputed champion under his belt. He done had a unified champion under his belt. Has been a part of one of the most meaningful fights of this era between Terrence Crawford and Errol Spence. He built Errol Spence from the ground up, improved Jermell Charlo. Like, this dude is a decorated trainer. He don't need no Ryan Garcia, bro. He don't. That's the thing. He don't need Ryan Garcia. He just hired Alicia Bum. I think he just started working with Alicia Bumgarner, but I know she's not gonna bring the money that Ryan Garcia gonna bring, but he will be relevant because of his accolades. People will always come around. That's the thing about trainers. As soon as you get one good fighter, all the other fighters gonna be pouring in. Because a lot of these motherfuckers disloyal anyway, and they like to go to what's trendy, what's hot. You feel me? Like, look at who rocking with Bozy now. Ain't nobody give a fuck about Bozy 10 years ago. No disrespect to him. Best trainer in Philadelphia right now, in my opinion. You feel me? But when he was training his older sons, Farah and Pooh, nobody was looking for Bo. Not in around here, it just wasn't his time yet. But as soon as they seen how Boots turned out, all of a sudden we got Stephen Fulton for Philly, so I'm not even gonna count him. He already knew who Bo was. But you see how Gerald Miller came around. We seen how Andy Cruz came around. Now Jack Catterall over there. And it's gonna continue to multiply. You feel what I'm saying? It's gonna continue to multiply. Derrick James could easily have that same situation, maintain his reputation while getting these paydays that he's looking for as a coach. But you choose to stick with the racist. You choose to stick with the PED user. Why is that? How can you be content with working with somebody and giving all your time into somebody who has disrespected the black race and you're a black man? Like that's weird. So when I seen Bill Haney pressing Derek James ain't have nothing to say, bro. That let me know everything. That let me know everything I needed to know. Derek James knows that he did wrong for doing what he did out of the way he's moving with Ryan Garcia. He knows that there's nothing that he could say to really justify him staying around Ryan Garcia. He also knows that there's no practical reason that he can make at this point in time that'll make sense to defend him being with Ryan Garcia, considering what he's done against Devin Haney. That's crazy, bro. Because I remember uh, Derek James talking about how, you know what I'm saying? He was like, oh, when once all his fighters retire, like he ain't taking no more fighters. Once Earl and Jamel and all them retire, he done with boxing. He just gonna stick to the Derek James Foundation and all this shit. Something's changed, bro. Something's really changed. I just think that Derek James, um, the money, the green comes before the black. You feel me? Garcia stretches Haney in the rematch. I mean, I'm sure that's what you want to happen. I'm sure that's what you want to happen. But, if you want to root for a drug cheat, by all means, go for it. Like, one thing that these boxers, this what I realized with life, bro. You can't, and I was telling some girl this at the gym because she was telling me her relationship problems and all. She's trying to get with this guy and the guy's not reciprocating the same energy. Bro, listen, this is what I learned in boxing too. When it comes to like talking to fans and shit, you cannot expect people to move how you move. You sit back, you watch their actions, and you treat them accordingly. So, me personally, I will never root for a drug cheat. I would never root for a drug cheat. I know I said I'm rooting for Canelo or Blanc. That's jokes. You feel what I'm saying? I could give a fuck about what Canelo do. I could give a fuck about what Ryan do. If y'all really if y'all fuck with Ryan past the PED accusations, that's y'all prerogative. But y'all cannot say that you are for the sport of boxing and the growth of boxing, and you cannot say that you would like to see corruption removed from the sport of boxing. If anything, you're contributing to the corruption in the sport of boxing because you are supporting the PED user that has yet to take any accountability for what he's done in his career. Like, if listen, man, I would respect the drug cheat more if they was like, yeah, man, I was in a bad place. I made a terrible decision, and I'm willing to pay my consequences as a result. I've learned from my mistakes, and moving forward, I will be a clean fighter. I would still look at you like, I mean, you ain't shit for doing it, but at least you honest. And I might, I might just forgive him for it. I might just forgive him for it. Like, I won't ever be your number one fan, but I might be able to forgive you if you just took some accountability. But nowadays, if you're cleared or your suspension is lifted, somehow that correlates to being innocent. Absolutely not. I heard Conor Benn on that stage with Chris Eubank, and Chris Eubank was like, "Yeah, you had PEDs in your system." He was like, "I've been cleared. I've been cleared by 3 different organizations. I've been cleared." I don't give a fuck if you been cleared. That don't mean you innocent. I know motherfuckers that are with the court and been acquitted for shit that they've clearly done. How are they gonna be able to prove that you took the drugs purposely? Did they see you take it? Unless they seen it with their own eyes, they could never 100% prove that you tested positive, that you tested positive knowingly, or you've taken banned substances knowingly. What they doing is They letting you back in the sport because they know that they'll make more money keeping you in than keeping you out. So that's why they clear you. I'll never get caught. Deal with it. I don't know who the fuck you talking to, bro. Yo, y'all gotta keep these wrenches sharp, man. They on bullshit today. You know what I mean? They seen a little bit of Ryan Garcia at the press conference, so they a little moist right now. So they popping out the woodworks. You feel me? They popping out the woodwork, so we gotta keep them wrenches sharp. You heard? Dead ass. Niggas getting moist out here because they seen Ryan. Very minuscule amount after the weigh-in. After masking agents and, tapering off of performance enhancement drugs to avoid getting caught, yeah, you would find small trace amounts. You know that people don't, I hope y'all know that people don't take steroids the day before the weigh-in. You know that's like a process that takes weeks to, see results from. Y'all know that, right? Like y'all know that that's like a process where your body won't really reap the benefits of that product until a few weeks in. And it usually takes about, from what I've heard, from the research that I've gathered, it really takes about 2 weeks for those performance enhancement drugs to really show results. Um, so if he's using masking agents like marijuana and illegal IVs throughout the entire course of the training camp, they're not gonna be able to see how much was really in his system. And by the time the weigh-ins came around, he was already getting rid of the substances from his body. And it would make sense why it would show during the weigh-in, because that's when he was taking all of the water out of his system. So when he took all of the water out of his system, the substances showed because there was no more masking agents to hide the substances. Yeah, like they're fucking idiots, bro. Like these motherfuckers use that shit throughout the whole beginning of camp, and then once they get the benefits that they looking for, then they taper off. So of course you're not gonna have this huge amount of steroids that's in your system. Like it's a whole system, it's a whole process behind it. They get the benefits that they need, they taper off. When Ryan Garcia was really juicing, in my opinion, when he was really juicing, that's when he was smoking the weed and drinking and getting IVs that were completely illegal to cover the substances when he was getting random blood in your intestine. But you can't use no masking agents when he said he had to lose like 15 pounds the day before the weigh-in. He said he didn't start cutting until the day before the weigh-in. Why is that? Why is it that why were you procrastinating so hard on getting all of that? Really think about this shit, y'all. No, like really think about this. Usually start a weight cut a week before. I mean, you should be cutting weight the whole time. But let's say like it's the week of the fight. That week, you should be in the process of cutting those last few pounds off, right? Like, I don't know if any of y'all have competed before, especially at a pro level. It may not be many of y'all. But you start cutting those last few pounds off the week of the fight. Why does he wait until the day of the weigh-in to cut that water out of his system? Why would he do that? He's never done that before, from what I've understand. From what I understand, he's never done that before. Maybe it's because he understood that the longer he holds, that water in his system, the more he holds that water in his system, the more likely that the last remaining, bits of the banned substances will be washed from his system. So I think he tried to hold out as long as he can to make sure that the substances were, flushed out. And then when he drank, when he cut that liquid, when he cut the water out of his system, when he did that water cut, when they tested him, the substances won't be in his body no more. That's what I think. Ryan literally looks smaller right now. He's moving up, bro. It's obvious. How do you lose muscle moving up? You don't. You're not supposed to. How the fuck do you look bigger at 140 than you did at 147? That makes no sense at all. Bro, if you putting on an additional 7 pounds, I'm gonna tell y'all something. When you move up in weight, part of acclimating to the weight is putting a few pounds of a couple more pounds of muscle on you, so that when you cut down to 47, you know what I'm saying? You'll be stronger. You feel me? Why does Ryan Garcia look smaller as he's going up in weight? If anything, it's always been the opposite. Even if you out of shape, at least you'll look bigger. Like his physique look all soft and shit like that. Like when Bill Haney was calling it out, that was a valid point. And I've seen Bill Haney asking the other interviewers, the media outlets and shit, and they just they smirking and shit, but they don't want to say nothing. I tell you everything you need to know right there. $1 trillion dreams say you cooking, they ain't gonna like this. I'm just using my common sense, brother. It was only a small amount in his system. Bro, who gives a fuck if it's a small amount in his system? Why is it in his system? Why is it in his system in the first place? Like when y'all girl, like if y'all girl cheat on you, right? I keep bringing this up because I knew it triggered y'all fuck niggas, right? If your girl cheat on you and say that only a little bit of her ex's sperm is in her coochie, does that take away from the fact that she cheated on you? Do that take? Oh, it was only trace amounts of his sperm in my coochie, babe. Okay, yo, that just makes things so much better. Only 1% of his semen was in me. Oh, so I guess you didn't cheat. Yeah, that's how stupid y'all sound. It was only a small trace amounts of the substance in his system. Okay, why is that small trace amount in his system? Well, there's smoke, there's fire, my nigga. And there's literally pictures that you could find online with Ryan getting banned IVs, marijuana that's known as a masking agent. Using your common sense, wouldn't it be safe to say that if he had just a little in his system, he may have had more in previous days that were probably covered up by the masking agents? So it was just small amounts off of the rip. Like it was just always small amounts that was in his body? Or was it large amounts that was in his body that just flushed out as time went by? And then when the masking agents was eliminated from his system, it got exposed in the drug testing. It's only a little bit of semen in my coochie, babe. You still cheated, bitch. You're a whore. What about Victor Conti? And this the thing too. This the thing too. Ryan Garcia brought up Victor Conti, and he has his history, yeah. But Ryan, there's literally pictures of you online with a snack shirt on. So you've collaborated with Victor Conti in the past. So who looks more guilty? Somebody who's worked with Victor Conti, who's never had failed a drug test before, or somebody who's worked with Victor Conti and On top of that, tested positive for performance enhancement drugs. Which one is that? You've worked with Victor Conti before. You could literally go online right now and find Ryan Garcia with a snack shirt on. So that leads me to believe that you've taken some sponsorship money or even used Victor Conti's products before. Am I lying or not? Am I lying or not? Let's check it out. Let's actually find the photo. Oh. Oh, what's this? Hold on now. Wow, who is that? Is that what it looked like? Does that shirt say snack athlete? Oh, wow. Does boxing star Ryan Garcia secretly love Victor Conti's snack nutrition? Wow. He just liked the drip. Yeah, sounds good. Oh, wow. He must really like the drip. Look at this picture. Oh, my God. There's another one. Oh, my God. Wait. Oh, my God. This nigga got multiple snack shirts. This nigga might have more snack shirts than Dev. Oh, man. Look at that. Shout out to my nigga Ryan Garcia, man. Yo, you can't like you could try that shit. And I really be mad because he said that's not Ryan, that's Eduardo Garcia. That's fucking hilarious. Shout out to my nigga Ree. He just trolling. He know what it is. He on time and he know what it is. Um, you sound stupid. You sound stupid. Like, how you gonna criticize a nigga for doing some shit when you've done the same shit that he's doing? Like, this shit too easy, bro. Like, super easy. Conti had Mosley juice like a motherfucker. And you know what? Victor Conti has admitted to his mistakes. He done fed time for that. And since then, you can't find a single incident where Victor Conti has been involved with giving somebody performance enhancement drugs. You feel me? Now, I ain't justifying or defending somebody who's, you know, uh, contributed to the dysfunction of boxing. My point remains consistent. I don't think Victor Conti should be in the sport of boxing at all. But you can't crucify Victor Conti and bring up his past and say how he's not good for boxing and, insinuate that Victor Conti is still involved in the doping business when you've collaborated with Victor Conti before, years prior, with you still having that same knowledge. You sound dumb, my nigga. Man, y'all hoe ass niggas, man. Y'all be really spending them money on them whores and them strip clubs, man. They be giving you lap dances. And you be thinking they feeling you whole time. They just want your money. And then we could find video of you 2 years before throwing 501s at the club, talking about how these bitches love you. You know how stupid you would look? Like, what is we talking about? You clowning niggas for throwing money at strippers, but you was doing the same shit not too long ago. You dumbass nigga. See, Ryan Garcia is an idiot. And the niggas who back him, they know what type time they be on. They just, you know what I mean? They like how the way he look. They like how his suit fitted, today. You feel me? They like how the way he walk. Yeah, like when a nigga like King Von say stop the gun violence. Yeah, exactly. You chastising niggas for partaking in certain activities and you was one of the main ones doing it. You cannot degrade Victor Conti if you were a snack athlete at any point in your career. Better go to your room. Stop playing with me. M12 says there's no pass for cheaters. Once a cheater, always a cheater. Conti and Ryan, both cheaters. I agree with you 1,000%, brother. That's simple but effective. W Fighter Pilot says, I mentioned a nickname because I forgot his name. Him and Tank should be next. You talking about Naiwa anyway. I don't want to give Gervonta Davis a fight where he has an extreme advantage again or moving somebody else up in weight. He done did that on multiple occasions. Hector Luis Garcia, Lamar Roach. I don't want to see that. You know what I mean? I want to see Gervonta Davis fight people that's actually in his division. And if not, then he just need to go ahead, fight Jake Paul and hang it up. You feel me? Like, get the fuck up out of boxing because like I said, I'm at the point now where if you ain't contributing to the sport of boxing or giving the fans what they want, you literally are of no use to the boxing community. Therefore, regardless of how much people like that nigga braids and his tattoos and the nigga dentures and shit like that, you could get the fuck out, and you will always be remembered as a what if in boxing. Gervonta Davis is going to be known as one of the biggest what ifs in the sport of boxing. What if he fought Shakur? What if he fought Devin Haney? What if he would have fought T.O.? What if? There's always going to be question marks around that motherfucker because he ain't never take the chances that he needed to in order to prove that he was great. But according to him, he a Baltimore legend, so that's all that matters. Pussy. Pussy. But you let these dickheads tell it, everybody avoid Tank. Everybody avoid Tank. Tank don't ever send niggas offers. Everybody got to sign with PBC. But everybody avoid Tank. He could be their biggest career payday, but everybody avoiding Tank. Fucking goofies. Listen, man, Ree, I understand what you're saying, but he may very well be a Hall of Famer because, like I said, the Hall of Fame shit is literally a popularity contest now. It used to be about, accolades and, fighting great competition and shit like that, bro. Now it's just about, like, were you remembered or not? Like I said, Arturo Gotti's in the Hall of Fame, bro. No disrespect to Arturo Gotti. Rest in peace to Arturo Gotti. But he ain't no Hall of Famer when you compare him to guys like Floyd Mayweather, Oscar De La Hoya, even the ones that most recently got put in like Tito Trinidad, like this shit ain't close, bro. Like he don't deserve to be in the Hall of Fame with them niggas, but he is. So as long as he's in there, of course somebody like Gervonta Davis got a case to be a Hall of Famer. It ain't about accolades or resume no more. It's about popularity, relevancy. Unfortunately, Oscar beat Tito. Hey man, it was a great fight. And I thought Pernell beat De La Hoya. I thought Felix Stern beat De La Hoya. You feel me? Wait, what's his name? Felix Stern? Thanks to social media. Shit, Arturo Gotti, I think he got inducted before social media, but I get what you're saying. Social media does contribute to false narratives and shit like that. Beating anybody could put Tank in the all-time great little guys conversation. I don't know if when I think of when I think of little guys, I'm thinking of 105s, 108s, 112s, 115, 118s, 122, and then like maybe 26. But I think as soon as you hit 30, 35, I don't really look at you as like a little guy no more. And I don't know if beating anyway gonna make you a great all-time little guy. I think Ike Corte beat De La Hoya too. I think De La Hoya done got a shit ton against, but the moment that, he get a decision that don't go his way, everybody want to talk about it. And you ain't not beating Nakatani. It's a great fight. Nakatani is very dangerous to somebody like Anyway though. I need that shit in Japan. I need to see that at the Tokyo Dome, though. My boy Lorenzo got to get over there. Shout out to my boy Lorenzo in Japan. Bro, if he fight Jake Paul. Coffee, it's not about if he's going to fight Jake Paul. It's when he's going to fight Jake Paul. Derrick James did not look comfortable on that stage. Justin Jackson, that's a great observation because I noticed the same thing, but nonetheless, he's still up there. He's still up there. So what does that say about him? He willing to go against his integrity, his morals, his comfortability for a check. I tell you what type of time Derrick James on, bro, and it's so sad because, bro, I really held Derrick James to like a high regard, bro. Like one of my favorite trainers, bro. I'm to this day, I still do things like when I'm coaching fighters that was heavily influenced by Derrick James. But we talking pad work, you know what I mean? I even seen like little drills that he'll have them do with like footwork and shit that I adopted into my game. Like it's sad to see, you know, his true colors, bro. Sometimes it's best not to. That's why they say it sometimes, you know, never meet your idols because it might ruin your perception of them and shit like that. Um, Seeing Derrick James get exposed in this way, and I'm not gonna consider him an idol, but somebody that, you know, I could say I looked up to as a boxing coach. From a boxing coach's perspective, and you know, to see him really get exposed for who he truly is disappointing, bro. You know what I mean? Hakeem Lecco says, "Why you say that? Because of Ryan's outside antics." That's exactly why I say that. As a black man, you feel what I mean, and I can speak on that because I got a black father. You feel what I'm saying? Um, and for those of y'all who know the history of Puerto Rico, y'all know that a good percentage of Puerto Rico came from Africa. But anyways, as a black man, I don't know how, with all of the shit that we done been through in this country and what we face from day to day, I don't know how, especially when you a successful coach, you don't need money, Derrick James. You done made millions of dollars. Like you you done made millions of dollars off of Arrow alone. I can only imagine what you made with Jamel and Anthony Joshua. Like I can only imagine what you made. You don't need a Ryan Garcia. If anything, he needs you, especially since he got kicked to the curb by Canelo. Why are you willing to take disrespect from this man who literally admitted that he hate people with your skin complexion? He hates people that are of black race. You are included in that black race. When he was going on that racist rant, he was talking about you, and you still took him in. Even and then after that, bro, the icing on the cake was he fired you. And then when he thought he had a good trainer and that trainer kicked him to the curb, then he brought you back into his camp and you was okay with it. Like, how can you tolerate so much disrespect as a man over a check? That like you're a goofy, cuz. Are you saying that Derek sold out to Ryan Garcia for the bag? Yo, Ralphie, I'm gonna let you answer that. What you think? What you think, Ralphie? You can answer that. You a knowledgeable guy. You answer that. Looks like it, bro. Well, if it looked like a duck, it quacked like a duck, it walked like a duck, it might just be a duck. Scratch that. If it looked like a coon, talk like a coon, and act like a coon, it might be Derrick James. My man, my man Derrick James on his Stephen A. Smith shit, nigga, top tier God level coon. Jesus Christ. Bad John. Super bad John. I don't know what's up with you, cuz. This is somebody that I reached out through DM to try to like, you know, shadow one of his training camps. Like that's how much I fucked with Derrick James, bro. Question for all my Negroes in the chat: if your non-black friend calls you the N-word, y'all still being cool with him? He He's going to wake up very drowsy. He's going to wake up very drowsy. You know, I'm going to just say that. He's going to be really confused. Like, bro, how? I was just in front of the. I was just in front of. I was just outside Mark crib. What? Like, that's okay. We'll let you know what happened in a little bit. Just sit back, take this morphine. We'll talk about how your teeth are in a glass of milk right now. It's gonna be okay. How did I get here? I don't want to pay that ambulance bill. I didn't ask for it. G-Bo, what up? Shout out to the 41 people that's in the building with the 23 likes. I appreciate that very much. Let's get the likes up. Do I know my birthday? Why wouldn't I? Oh, they're going to be asking him that. They're like, do you know where you're at right now? Finland? Not quite. You're in North Philadelphia, son. He said, depends. Is he making a point? Sticks and stones. Oh yeah, you don't stand. Yeah, you a Derek James ass nigga. You need to go ahead and join Derek James. Yeah, you are almighty coon, Hakeem. You not, bro. Come on. I'm sorry. He had to pack you for that. Shout out to Anonymous. Jesus Christ. Sticks and stones. How about wrenches, nigga? Sticks and stones don't break your bones, but a wrench might be able to. Get him the fuck up out of here. Definitely a world-class sucker, bro. On my life, if I ever heard a white man call me that, bro, he not gonna make it home on his own. He might have to get carried there. Like, there's no way he gonna leave. There's no way he leaving that walking. Like, on his own. He gonna need help. He gonna need that shit that he gonna need one of them ramps. They're gonna have to install one of them ramps on his steps to get his wheelchair up above the steps and shit like that. He gonna have to sit on one of them Johns to take him upstairs. Nigga said sticks and stones. Nigga, what you 12, dickhead? That's what niggas used to say. Uh them niggas that got bullied in school. Like, nigga, shut up, nigga. Sticks and stones may break my bones, but words will never hurt me. But these hands will, bitch. Shut the fuck up, nigga. Square ass nigga. Who told you that? Where your dad at? Your dad taught you that? Fucking weenie. Bullying work. Martin Bacoli versus F.A. Ajagba seems like the most 50-50 fight on the Canelo card. Who you got? I don't think that's 50-50 if we being honest. I feel like the only way Bacoli fucks that up is if he really took damage from that Joseph Parker knockout. If Martin Bacoli is anything like himself, he gonna stop F.A. He gonna stop F.A. He gonna stop him. And within 5. F.A. mad slow. He got a strong right hand, but besides that, we done seen him get buckled by Guido Vianello, bro. Like, Piccoli time him with one of them fucking uppercuts, bro, or whatever the case is. He leaned in just a little bit. He gonna get his shit rocked. And look, I had hurt one of my fighters' feelings because I think he actually represented, his country with F.A. and shit like that. Because F.A. from Nigeria, we got a fighter that represented Nigeria in the in the nationals or whatever the hell you want, one of them tournaments or whatever. And he got a good relationship with F.A., but I'm like, yo, F.A. ain't gonna make it, bro. He not. Mark from Harrisburg. Ree, I will beat your ass if you was to tell me that in person. Crazy. You from Rochester, nigga. That nigga Ree from Niagara Falls. Crazy as shit. This nigga said Harrisburg. How you even think of that? You just wake up just trying. Read the type nigga that wake up and he be like, yeah, it's time to piss niggas off. Like, he just be on that type time like, yo, who can I get mad today? You know how you be at work and be like, damn, what I'm gonna eat for lunch? What we ordering? Reed wake up in the morning and be like, yeah, we gonna get Mark mad today. Wildin'. Ryan has the easiest fight out of the three. This nigga said Tatum. This nigga's crazy. Ryan has the easiest fight out of three. I don't know that, brother. I really don't. I think a lot of people sleeping on Rolly. On some real shit. If Ryan if Ryan don't spark him, I don't see him beating Rolly. He don't throw as many punches as Rolly. He don't punch in combinations like Rolly. Like he gonna have to flatline. Like he gonna have to knock Rolly out to win. And he might. Cause Rolly got flaws defensively like a whole lot of people. But you know, if that shit go the distance, I trust Rolly more than Ryan. I'll never see Rolly gas out. To be honest with you, I be seeing Ryan gassing out and doing California rolls and all that. I'm really hoping on some real shit, bro, that Ryan do that California roll and Rolly just break that nigga ribs because he punch hard enough. He punch hard enough to break them motherfuckers. Go ahead and show your rib cage to him while you doing that bum ass California roll. And see how that shit work. And if he sneak one of them left hooks in, inside that little California roll, Ryan might go to sleep. And you know what's so funny? People just like completely forget that Ryan chin ain't sturdy like that. Y'all be claiming that, Devin Haney, this pillow puncher. I seen this nigga rock Ryan with one punch. How many niggas have you seen Devin Haney hurt with one punch? Not many, right? Ryan is one of them people. While he was on performance enhancement drugs, he got cracked with a left hook and did the cat daddy. And who knows what would have happened if Devin would have followed up with a combination or something. Ryan ain't got no solid chin, bro. This man got dropped by a soft punching ass Luke Campbell. Nigga arm fell behind his back and all types of shit. This nigga looked like he had one handcuff on. Hands behind your back, sir. Nigga had one hand behind his back. Looking like he was trying to scratch his ass or something. Then he get dropped lacking against Tank, which is all right. Tank a big puncher. You feel what I'm saying? But, not only do he have a questionable chin, but he's a quitter too. Who's to say he wouldn't quit against Rolly? We was just on here talking about how Luke Campbell did Ryan like Blair did AB. It's the same exact fall. Them niggas literally fell the exact same. Nigga was getting booked in the ring. Yo, niggas funny as shit. They saying Brian KO Blair in sparring. But when Ryan was getting his ass whooped by Rolly in sparring, they were saying, man, that was 8 years ago. Okay, he knocked out Blair Cobbs in sparring. That was 8 years ago. You see how that worked? They give Ryan all of the fucking passes in the world, but y'all want to rip Blair for getting stopped in sparring. I'm gonna tell y'all niggas something. A lot of the niggas that y'all look up to and watch and y'all made favorite, a lot of them niggas done been knocked out in sparring. A lot of these undefeated niggas you see done been knocked out in sparring, done been put on their ass, quit in sparring, corner stopping the sparring sessions. We done seen that a whole lot. That happens. These niggas be getting their ass whooped in sparring. You feel me? I just find it interesting. I see people shitting on Blair. I'm gonna bring him on. I'm gonna try my best to bring him on the channel. He follow my pop, so I'm gonna try to have my pop reach out to him. Cause he be giving me a little runaround. I ain't gonna hold you. I don't think he remember me from when we used to train at Delco and shit. But fucking, we gonna bring Thomas Lamana on the channel. Y'all want to talk to Thomas Lamana, the man who gonna face Jamal Charlo in his next bout? He said he could come on whenever. So, you know what I mean? If y'all want Thomas Lamana on the channel, I'm gonna bring him on. What y'all think? Niggas niggas get knocked out in sparring all the time. I'm telling you, that shit more common than what you think. You feel me? All right, we gonna bring Thomas Lamana on the show just for the love of the nation. You feel me? That's easy work. But I swear, bro, I'm like one of the only YouTube channels that's not backed by no boxing pro networks or nothing like that. I be getting these interviews, bro. Just off of knowing who I know. Ain't that shit crazy? Why Maul started going off on him like that for? Because he was drunk. He was clearly on something. If he wasn't drunk, he was definitely high. Y'all mean to tell industry plant. Yo, Ree, you got one more time to say something crazy, bro. Say something wild again. I'm going to take your wrench. As a matter of fact, I ain't even going to do that. I could just time you out right here. I'll sit your ass out for the rest of the day. Go ahead and call me that shit again. Call me. Say something crazy out your mouth again. Industry plant. This motherfucker just come on here talking shit. Yeah, nigga. Holly Burton. This nigga. I just look like every light-skinned nigga that hoop. That's crazy. There's this nigga staring. I think I told you I was at. I had bought my. I was buying some shit for my girl. She was shopping. There was this black boy looking at me. He like smirking. He like. I'm like, fuck. I don't say nothing though. I just walk up to the counter. He like. I was like, what's going on, bro? He was like, do you know who you look like, man? And I was like, yeah, who I look like now, bro? Man, you look like that nigga who just won the finals, man. From the Celtics. Yeah, man, with the beard. I'm like, yeah, bro, I get that all the time. He's like, what's his name? Jason Tatum. Yeah. Man, if you was just taller, man. Hoe ass nigga. Tay said I look like a skinny DJ Khaled. Tay, I will grind you the fuck up. What you look like? You look like Lil Bill in your motherfucking profile pic, nigga. Fuck is you talking about? This nigga said. Nigga look like Lil Bill in this picture, top of his head, shiny as shit. Tay said he related to AB. He lucky I can't see his picture all like that. I really grind his dumb ass up. Nigga said I look like a skinny DJ Khaled. That's crazy. I been getting told that I look like a Middle Eastern too. That shit weird, bro. Yeah, you can pay, bro. You get A-Rab money? Nah, nigga. I'll get your baby mom money when it's income tax time, fuck nigga. Tay Pick looked like the kid from Vine that said, well, hello, motherfucker. Yeah, I remember that. That's funny as shit. T.O. selling the event. He definitely is. Yeah, when your baby mom claim your kids on her income tax, she spend it on me. And like the Regan I am, I go buy a new Honda Civic. You know what I mean? Next year I'm gonna use that bread that she give me off your kids to buy some speakers. We getting a red money. We getting a red money. Holla shiki diddy falla. Hitting my leg I We getting a red money. Yes, sir. I be laying on your baby mom pillow like this. Look, you see how this like satin, right? You see this? Yeah. Say no, I'm fucking with y'all. I don't be knowing. Can I? Whoa. Yo, what the fuck? What the fuck? This nigga said, can I use your throat? That's wild. That boy King like ding ding. Are you going live on Fight Night? Fight Night? Absolutely. Absolutely. King like ding ding. Yeah. Sir Blade. That nigga King, his name Sir Blade the Fourth. Usyk Dubois should be fire, absolutely. But I think Usyk gonna stop him again, man. I think Usyk's style a little bit too difficult for Dubois to figure out. Dubois that type dude that when his style ain't effective and he can't find no more answers, he start looking for a way out. He been finding answers lately, so he been on a run. But he might come with a better game plan for Usyk because he'll know what bothers him and how he'll get a better insight of how he could be more successful. But Usyk gaining experience too. Usyk by ninth round TKO. Damn. I ain't gonna lie though. Like I hear like Usyk got two more fights left, but bro, you already done conquered. I would retire after the Dubois fight for real. For real. Did I see that Bam is fighting on July 19th? Yeah, I see that unification fight, bro. I see that unification fight, and he got Diego Pacheco on as the co-main event. That's lit, bro, because Bam is one of my favorite fighters, as y'all all know. And Diego Pacheco, one of my favorite up and coming contenders right now. And he might crack my list as like favorite fighters. Yeah, I mean, if he keep playing his cards right, you feel me? Um, so that's dope to see, man. Eddie Hearn has been doing a phenomenal job with Bam. I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. Matchroom Tekken. I think he's still with Tekken Promotions. They've been doing phenomenal. I met Bam in person. Real good dude, bro. I'm glad I met him. You feel what I mean? I know they say don't meet your idols or your favorite fighters or whatever the case is. I done met some assholes in the past, you feel me? But Bam ain't one of them, bro. How the way he act like in interviews and shit, he's just like that real quiet, humble, down to earth dude. And he'll have a conversation with you like he actually know you and shit. I was surprised. He was asking me questions about myself and shit. I'm like, word, this nigga Bam really chopping it up with me. It was dope. Oh, Marissa, that's in is that in San Antonio? Is the fight gonna have, or is it gonna be in wait, where they said that was gonna be at? Start with like an F or something, right? Fresno? No, wait, that's Cali, right? Where they said that fight going on at, Marissa? No, it ain't. No, it ain't, Ree. Ree not from Brooklyn, man. That nigga is from Rochester. Frisco, I'm sorry. Not Fresno, Frisco. That nigga Ree be meditating right by the waterfall. You know what I mean? He be writing in his little journal. He hear the water go down the waterfall. Then nigga be meditating by Niagara and shit. I can see Canada from here. Soft ass nigga. Wait. What, bro? Fundora a duck? He definitely a duck. Fuck is you talking about? Watch Dogs. He is a fucking duck. If you willing to give up your title to duck a motherfucker, bro, listen. What's the thing? It's Sebastian Fun. This one makes Sebastian Fundora a duck. You already beat Tim Zoo, nigga. He lost. He lost another fight after you. He literally 2-2. What's for what his last? You that boy Tim Zoo is 1-2 in his last 3 fights, and the one nigga he beat didn't even belong in the ring with him. Joey Spencer ain't nobody. He ain't no top contender at 154. You feel me? So it's like that. You gonna give him a rematch just off of the fact that he beat Joey Spencer? He lost to you and Byron Mortez-Aliyev back to back, but he beats Joey Spencer and automatically he's in line for a unification fight for 2 belts. He's in line for 2 belts after being 1-2 in his last 3 fights. Meanwhile, we got a WBO mandatory in front of you and Xander Zayas. This man done went up to your fights. He asked for a face-off. Y'all ain't want to give me no face-off. You had your sister speaking for you like a hoe ass nigga. Talking about, oh, there's no need to do a face-off. So once I heard that, I was like, oh, well, they must not really want to fight. And then you let this shit go all the way to a purse bid just for you to vacate the belt and go fight Tim Zoo? That is some duck shit. That is some duck shit. And look, Xander Zayas don't got the best resume and beat the most credible guys, but he was number one. He was more deserving of Tim Zoo. Tim Zoo got to earn his way back in title contention. Joey Spencer ain't it. And, I trust Tim Zoo. One thing about Tim Zoo, he ain't no pussy, right? So I really hope that Tim Zoo beats the shit out of Fundora. I hope he beat your ass and get them 2 belts so he could go ahead and fight the other guys in the division. He might run it back with Bakram. Tim Zoo got a lot of heart. You feel me? So if Tim Zoo got to beat you to speed up the process of unification at 54, so be it. Your tall ass got to go. Because we seen that when you got control of the division or when you got multiple belts in the division, you willing to hold the division back. Cordell Booker, he's the one that's, qualified to fight for the WBO and the WBC over Xander Zayas. Yeah, you was a duck, cuz. Fuck is we even talking about? How is this even a conversation? Sebastian Fundora ain't a duck? Zoo was giving that boy belt. He was breaking Fundora the fuck up, broke his nose and all. Off the rip, broke his nose. He was landing at will. As soon as that cut happened, that bailed Fundora out for real. That nigga had God on his side with that, John. It's Jamel fighting the champion. I don't know. I think he gonna come back, probably fighting a top 10, top 15 guy. And then he probably gonna get back in the mix after that. Yeah, I mean, I don't see Jamel fighting anybody notable this summer, to be honest with you. I think it's all gonna be about him getting his bearings back, getting that rust off. What weight division Fundora belong then? He belonged at 154. Who said he don't belong at 54? I just said that he ducked Xander Zayas. He did. Yep, he took it. He was out here spending that Canelo money, cuz. When it opened the gym and all. Took that Canelo money and opened the gym. Nigga talking about. You wanna know how I know Jamal was drunk? He was talking about they call me Mr. Keep Running Your Mouth. No, they called your brother that, nigga. Do you think you Jamal right now? You drunk, dumbass nigga? Yeah, so keep running your mouth. They call me Mr. Keep Running Your Mouth. No, Jamal called himself that. You're not your brother, Jamal. Jamal, do you know where you're at? I know y'all niggas was born 1 minute apart, but you're not Jamel, right? Yeah, that's Jamel line, and Jamal talking about that's like his line. Like, stop it. Jamel be taking everything from Jamal. He took lines only from Jamal. I think like he made it. I think like he trademarked it. He was like line, and then when they was arguing online, he was like, "Lines only is mine, nigga. Lines only is mine." Benavidez tougher fight for Canelo than Bivol. I mean, listen, Canelo already lost to Bivol. You feel me? So I guess I think like stylistically, Benavidez will give Canelo more opportunities to be successful offensively because Benavidez takes more chances. So I guess from a stylistic standpoint, Bivol will be the more difficult opponent, and just off of the fact that Bivol likes to utilize movement more and that in and out shit. You know what I mean? Maybe a little difficult for Canelo to time and stuff like that. But I think they're both very difficult styles for Canelo. But Benavidez will be on the line of fire and more vulnerable defensively than Bivol because he takes more chances offensively than Bivol. So um, Bivol may be the more difficult style because he makes it a little bit harder to close the gap and get to him. Benavidez, he's gonna be right there. It's just a matter of can you take what the fuck he dishing out. Yeah, man. A drunk Maul was getting Morrell ready for Benavidez. Shit. He did a terrible job. If that's the case. Morrell got dominated. Maul need to put that liquor down and get in his bag. You feel me? Jamal was on live like the day after. I think either the night of that press conference with Thomas Lamana or the day after. He was drunk on live, and the girl that he was with forced him to get off live. And Jamal was talking about, I ain't even drunk. I ain't drunk. What they talking about? I ain't drunk. And the girl was like, get off the live, get off the live. No, man, no, man, I ain't drunk. Got him right up off that live with his stupid ass. Morrell can definitely bounce back. I think the experience with Benavidez is gonna make him a better fighter. You know what I mean? Those experiences make you better. You know what I mean? So he'd be all right. I don't know. Like Jamal get very courageous when he drink. So he'll go on live and pop his shit whenever he get a little liquor in his system. He one of them niggas that's hella tough when he drink. That's why Caleb Plant slapped the dog shit out of him. He probably was drunk over there. They say he pulled on Caleb Plant beard. Caleb slapped him one time. And then when they started recording, he slapped him a second time. How you get slapped that fucking hard twice, bro? I could only imagine how hard the first slap was. That second one was brutal, cuz. And you ain't even trying to get your get back. You about to fight on the same card as this nigga. Same nigga that slapped the dog shit out you. Like, PBC know you pussy if that's the case. Nigga slapped me like that, he get away with it at that time. There's no way you gonna put him around me and think I ain't gonna do nothing. Crazy. Am I an LDBC guy? Who wants to know? Like, who cares? Are you a LDBC guy? I fuck with 78, but I wouldn't necessarily say I'm an LDBC guy. Why you care? Why is that a conversation? What you need to know that for? What the LDBC got to do with this conversation? We said Caleb slapped Charlo, but threw a beer and ran from Ryan. I don't know. He definitely ain't run from Ryan. You spicing, bro. Probably threw a beer at him because he couldn't get close to his bitch ass. If he slapped Charlo, you think he want to slap Ryan? Like, really think about that. I would be much more worried about Jamal than Ryan. If they was both trying to fight me, I would be more worried about Jamal. Ryan, I'll fucking him his bitch ass up. First thing I'm gonna do, I'm gonna grab his left arm. That's all I'm gonna do. I ain't worried about shit else. I'm gonna grab that left arm and I'm gonna fucking hit that nigga with a DDT. All I gotta do is take away that lead hand. It's over. I find LDBC to be a bit cult like. Well, that's first of all. I don't even know why we having this conversation because, like I said, you know, that's completely irrelevant to what we talking about. I rock with 78 Sports TV, and I just find it weird that whenever black people come together as a team to collaborate towards something and, you know, they support each other, that, you know, supremacists find a way to refer to them as cults. You know what I mean? Historically, whenever black people have came together to help each other and raise each other up and grow in power financially, you know, spiritually, you know, economically, white people always got a problem with it. Supremacists always got a problem with it. Why don't you mind your business? And if you don't rock with the LDBC, why don't you just start watching their videos and take their dick out your mouth? You think they're a cult? Like, why do you feel the need to come on my channel that's not affiliated with the LDBC and speaking on them? Seems like, you know what I mean, you might like some, you know. So, all right, bro. Anyway, anybody that spell color like that, you must be from the UK or something. Don't UK people spell color like that? You need to go ahead with all that, brother. I'm just answering questions that's on here. I ain't getting out of topic. I'm just reading the comments like anybody else would. A lot of weirdos showing up, facts. I'm actually trying to stay on topic by telling dude that what he's asking is irrelevant. Shane Mosley said his son was the best fighter at 160. Um, Shane, you know what I mean? He's supporting his son. You feel me? I'ma just I'ma just say that. He's supporting his son and um, you know, he doing the same shit that Bill Haney do. You know, bigging up his son. He doing the same thing Floyd Schofield do. Big up his son. He do the same shit that Henry Garcia do. And that's big up his son. T.O. Sr. bigs up his son. This ain't no different. Yo, somebody pack Marcy up, please. What you mean I can see that LDBC cloud? What the fuck that mean? Somebody pack him, please. Shut up the coffee plant. Like, I'm telling you, it's irrelevant. You keep talking about it. Get off them people dick. What's your top 10 pound for pound list? I got that shit written down on my Google Docs, bro. But off the top, I could probably give you the first five. I'm gonna say Alexander Usyk, Terrence Crawford, Naoya Inoue, Dimitri Bivol, um, shit. That's four right there. Shit, I don't even know, bro. Yeah, it sounds like he got an infatuation with them niggas if he keep talking about them. There ain't nowhere on this title that say anything about LDBC. Like, when I first started making videos, I was rocking with the LDBC, bro. I was 18 years old. That was almost 10 years ago. Like, it's officially May 1st in Philadelphia. El primero de mayo. I'll tell you on my pound for pound list right now. Hold on, y'all. Just to answer your question, that's gonna be the last one before I get up out of here. Mazuma TV's updated pound list: Usyk #1, Crawford #2, NUA #3, Dimitri Bivol #4, Butterbeef #5, Bam Rodriguez #6, Shakur Stevenson #7, Devin Haney #8, which I know a lot of people are gonna disagree with, but I guarantee you, if he smoked Jose Ramirez, they're gonna be back on wood. Junto Nakatani #9, David Benavidez #10. In due time, we will be updating the pound for pound list as we always do. Tank was never on my pound for pound list because my pound for pound list criteria is based upon resume, accolades, and skill set. Although Gervonta Davis has the skill set necessary to fit this, his resume and his accolades are lacking, in my opinion, so he is not on my pound for pound list. Big Junto, pound for pound. Golded Live, I appreciate that, brother. New month, new blessings, absolutely. Better go lay down. Mazuma, are you watching both fights events, Friday and Saturday? Absolutely. Absolutely. Why wouldn't I? It wouldn't make sense for me not to, considering that I speak boxing with the people. No, that's not Simba, that's my girl's son. Yeah, I mean, he like to creep in my room and sleep by his mom, and we ain't doing none of that, bro. You got your own bed in your own room. Get to stepping. It's a new sheriff in town. I know your soft ass daddy don't discipline don't set no rules, but I do. Fuck out of here. But anyways, I'm up out of here, man. I appreciate everybody that came through and showed love to the channel. Y'all can go ahead and hit the like button on the way out. As always, it's Mazuma TV. I hope y'all have a blessed, beautiful night. I'll be back at y'all with another live tomorrow where we'll be giving our final predictions on Teo versus Barbosa, Haney versus Ramirez, along with the main event, Rolly versus Ryan Garcia. And we'll continue with our open boxing topics as we always do. Y'all have a blessed, beautiful night. I'm up out of here, man.